right, it is Women's Day and we have a very special segment coming up for you, and that's coming from a famous startup founder, a woman startup founder who we had the pleasure of talking to. We're talking about Ms. Vineeta Singh, co-founder of Sugar Cosmetics, and here she is in conversation with News 9's Preeti Agnihotri. Take a look.
Hi Vineeta, thank you for your time. Let me begin by asking you that what made you choose the cosmetics industry and making such high quality products in such affordable prices?
So the starting point for me actually wasn't cosmetics, but it was around women consumers. I really wanted to build something that was for women, by women, because I feel that when women create products, they create products that empower and give joy rather than make us feel deficient. And I thought it was time that products that are being consumed by women were being created by women. So that's how cosmetics happened. It's also one of the categories that is the fastest growing because of the number of women coming into the workforce, getting a chance to control their destinies. So if you look at the women literacy rates, there's been a steady rise over the last 10 to 15 years. Women's participation in workforce, in college admissions, you're seeing almost now 50% participation of women. So all of this, the biggest category that gets impacted by this is cosmetics, because it's something women do to just make themselves feel more confident. And so that's why I thought that it was a good time, and India as a market, while it is very fast growing for cosmetics, it still has a lot of unbranded players. 40% of the market is still unbranded, which is unsafe, non-FDA approved products. So it was time for somebody to create affordable products that were branded, that were FDA approved, that were good for your skin, that were good for the weather conditions in terms of lasting you all day. And that's how Sugar was born.
Yeah. How did you break into the market with so many already existing players?
So I think we are living in very exciting times where earlier building brands was very hard because you could only advertised through television. But in the last 6 to 7 years, if you've seen, a lot of the inspiration around beauty has moved to Instagram and YouTube. All we did was started creating content for real women, featuring real women, and we became viral on social media. And we are now India's most followed brand across categories on Instagram and YouTube. Beauty is one of the highest engagement categories on both Instagram and YouTube, which also lends itself to beautiful visual storytelling. So I think we were lucky to be at the right place at the right time, where the explosion of social media combined with e-commerce explosion. I mean, in this category now 25% consumption happens digitally because you can service 19,000 pin codes sitting in one location. So I think we were lucky to be at a time where you could build brands quickly using social media for education and e-commerce for the last mile delivery. And the combination of that, and of course the growth in this category, and India now has 65% women under the age of 35. Younger women want better products that are very different from what their moms were using. So I think all of this just beautifully came together. We were lucky. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah. Let's talk about your newly launched skincare brand Quench with Karina. How are you planning to expand in that?
So I think with Quench, we want to do in skincare what we've done with Sugar in makeup. And the idea is that somebody like a Karina, when they come and talk about how it's important to take care of your skin from a young age, rather than just working on cure, I think that makes a huge difference. So she's come in and she's talking about just basics. She herself is like this no-nonsense person who believes in just fundamental basics, saying that clean your face, put sunscreen, use a moisturizer, just simple things, right? And now when she starts saying that, India listens. And I think it's a beautiful partnership where we bring in the product expertise by making the whole range in Korea for Indian skin. And she is the voice who's doing the education. So she's taking this awareness around following a beauty routine to men and women across India. And I think we have the opportunity to create one of India's largest skincare brands led by Karina's voice.
So is this also going to be as affordable as Sugar Cosmetics?
We have miraculously brought products made in Korea at an affordable price point for India. And I think that's been possible because of the fact that we have an incredible supply chain that we've mastered over a period of time. And I think the idea is that in India, if you want to build the largest brand in any category, it has to be affordable. More than affordable, I think it has to be like value for money. So, you know, you give more than what you charge the consumer for, and that's the formula for India. I think aspirational yet affordable, and that's what we're trying to do with both Sugar and Quench.
So the company turned profitable in December. Any timelines for your IPO?
Well, the markets are amazing. I think public markets continue to be very buoyant, and I think this year is going to be very exciting election year. So I think it will be soon. Maybe next couple of years is the time frame that we have in mind. Yeah.
You, as well as your journey, has both been inspiring. So what is your message to the budding young women entrepreneurs?
I would just say be ambitious. I think women hesitate to come across as too ambitious because they risk being judged. But I think nobody gets anything out of being self-conscious or worried about judgment. लोग को जो कहना है वो कहेंगे, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम कहना है. You do what you love doing and do it with full ambition, because fear kills more dreams than failure ever will.
All right, that was Vineeta Singh, co-founder of Sugar Cosmetics, talking all about entrepreneurship and women entrepreneurship in particular on a day like today, which is Women's Day.